This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, I'm Sabrina Brown. It's great to have you with us. Topping the news tonight, employees of the island's only gaming facility are calling on the authorities to speak up about the future of the Lucaya-based casino. According to a spokesman, morale is low, the workers are in limbo, and they simply want to know what is going on. Megan Shepard has the story.
It was back in January of this year when employees of Treasure Bay Casino were issued letters from the operators notifying them that the agreement with the government was about to expire on February 24, 2013. Representative for the casino workers Marvin Clark says now in the month of June they are still waiting on answers as to the future of the casino.
We already spoken on previous matters to the management and they have no answers. We are now back appealing to the government for answers. We are appealing for answers because our job is still hanging in the balance. We want to know what is going on. We want to know what is our next move from this point. It has been 2 months now. They said that they was coming to talk to us. Nobody from Grand Bahama nor from Nassau have came and said anything to the employees. We are tired of being treated as third-rate citizens in our own country, and it's time that we be respected as Bahamians.
Clark charges that since then employees have been targeted for speaking out. He says this entire ordeal is having a negative effect on the casino workers.
Our pay is still coming in on time, but there are other departments that have been short hours. They are not working their full 40 hours. There's no reason for that. If the government have signed an agreement that we all be paid for 40 hours, there's no excuse why they cannot be paid for 40 hours. Give them their full hours that they need to work. I went to 3 different financial institutions on Monday. I was turned down by all of them. The minute I mentioned Treasure Bay, they closed the file and walk away.
Clark charges that the current operator, Treasure Bay, is lacking in a number of areas. He hopes to see a vast improvement when a new operator takes over.
It's been now almost 5 years. We don't know what a Christmas bonus looks like. Management is getting their Christmas bonus every year. They used to give us $25 to say buy a ham or turkey. We haven't seen that for the past 3 years. What is going on? Every time the operators come in, maybe twice out of the year, we sees them, the present operator now, twice out of the year. They says nothing happening. No money is coming in. They cannot give us an increase. Foolishness, I say. Promotion is definitely needed. If the operators, all new operators that are going to be coming in, can work with the Ministry of Tourism, I sure, without a shadow of a doubt, that we can have more business. The casino has been closing 11:30 p.m., 12:30 p.m. at night due to lack of business.
Clark says he has also prepared a petition with over 85% of the employees calling for immediate action by the government. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Now, we were unable to reach Gaming Board officials in New Providence for a comment, but an executive of Treasure Bay Casino has responded to the claims, categorically denying that employees are being targeted. According to the executive, the casino appreciates the concerns of the employees and will be happy to address them once they are brought to management's attention. The Department of Consumer Affairs addressing the bad gas situation that is fueling concern among motorists on Grand Bahama. And as Joan Davis Roll reports, the company at the center of the issue is now looking into the claims.
A significant number of motorists on Grand Bahama are facing what they describe as a gas crisis. Over the past several weeks, many hundreds of residents have experienced problems related to their vehicles and are appealing for help. Mechanics are said to be working extended hours just to deal with the excessive number of vehicles brought in for gas-related repairs. Senior officer of the Consumer Affairs Unit on Grand Bahama, Reno Smith, says the situation has gotten the attention of his agency and is raising major concern.
We're all aware that something is happening on Grand Bahama with vehicles being affected by supposedly the gas that's provided by Focal, Freeport Oil. I spoke to one of the managers at Freeport Oil just this morning, and they indicated that they've done some tests. They're doing some more tests. As a matter of fact, they're bringing in a chemical engineer tomorrow to go with them to various mechanic shops to examine and test the various gas in persons' vehicles here on the island. The gentleman indicated to me that they supply gas for some 30,000+ vehicles on this island. Well, to date, The newspapers and other media would confirm that over 3,000 vehicles, which is 10% of the alleged vehicles on this island, have been affected.
Smith states that it is imperative for Focal, as the sole supplier of gasoline on Grand Bahama, to get to the bottom of this troubling issue.
I was informed that they are also having some gas checked by Inotec in Florida. They've had some 20 years relationship with Inotec in Florida, so they're also getting Inotec from Florida involved for a second or third opinion.
In the meantime, the consumer executive is giving this advice to residents affected.
All I can advise persons to do is make a claim. All right? We don't want to say that something is wrong with the gas, but we cannot rule that out either. It cannot be totally coincidental that 3,000 plus vehicles, all about the same time, start experiencing problems with the cars. Something has to be done. And we are sure that Focal, being the great corporate citizen that it is, that it will do its best to assist its customers. Because if all of the customers decide to park their cars, I think we all will feel the pinch from that. And so we're sure that Focal will do all in its power to bring some relief to the motoring public on this island.
Now, on Wednesday, ZNS News spoke with Focal executive Stephen Adderley, who refuted allegations that some 3,000 motorists were being affected. He said, according to their information, it was less than 1,000 persons. However, Adderley did confirm that Focal has already processed the first set of claims, and checks began being issued on Tuesday. Further, he did warn against fraudulent claims. Adderley gave the assurance that Focal is actively working to address the concerns raised by residents here on Grand Bahama. Joan Davis-Roll, ZNS Network News.
Recent adverse weather conditions have made a bad situation worse in one of the coastal communities on Grand Bahama. This evening, residents of that area are calling for change. Megan Shepard reports.
Just last week, you had some bad weather, and then you take a good look at what's happening right now, and it's not getting any better. It's getting worse by the week, not even month. Every time a bad weather comes, that's it. It gets worse. We need, to know what's going to happen with this beach here before it hit the street. Once it hit the front street, that's it.
It is a concern they have had for decades, and once again, residents in the Smiths Point are looking for a solution to an ongoing beach erosion in that community. Resident and business owner in that community, Terry Edson, says it's virtually impossible to visit the beach, which is located just feet away from residents.
They live here, and they can't even get down the beach. You need a ladder to get down the beach, or you got to walk 100 yards down this way, Tino Beach, and then walk back up this way, and then you have to walk back to get back up to the street and walk back home, I mean, at least let something happen here where we can get down on the beach. Because you can imagine living here and can't get on the beach where you live. And it's all here. The tourists walk this beach, sometimes they hail, asking how they're going to get up, and that's sad to tell them they got to walk down this way and then walk back up this way, or just catch a ride.
Eden adds that residents have tried placing boulders along the beach, but that was simply a temporary fix, and the boulders have since slipped out of place. Resident Lauren Eden is also calling for a solution.
We would like to see the erosion be much better, because, like I said, we have to go all the way down by Tino Beach to get down on the beach. So if we had something done this way, we could easily walk from our home right here and go down on the beach and exercise as we usually do in the mornings.
Terry and his mother say that several government officials have visited the location over the years, but they are still waiting for a resolution. They say it is unfair that several other communities have received new seawalls already, but nothing has been done in Smiths Point.
They've been here about a few months ago. They look at it, the government, right? They look at it and say they're going to do something about it. But now it's hurricane season coming up. If not now, hurricane season already started. So, and he ain't nothing done yet. I mean, you had the Minister of High Rock out here. He checked it out twice, he walked, he said, yeah, something really needs to be done, but not yet. We'd like that, some kind of timeline. So you could, say, well, okay, we'll wait for this time to see what happens. But if no timeline, that's just in the wind. But now if they say like by the end of this year or the middle of this year they will start something, then you could understand.
The last time I been down there is about 2 years now. And I feel like they should do something about this long time. Because every year when this one go in the house, he say, he come look at it, they go, they don't come back. The next time they come again, the next year they come look at it again. Now this time they come look at it again and they still ain't doing nothing.
Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
The coastal erosion in Smith's Point was one of the issues Minister for Grand Bahama, Dr. Michael Darville, addressed while in Parliament this week. He said help is on the way.
Recognizing the importance of this settlement to the overall economy of Grand Bahama and the need to protect small businesses in the area, this administration is committed to do the necessary work to prepare and to correct the coastal erosion in Smith Point. The Ministry of Environment and Housing, in conjunction with my ministry, have done the initial assessment and have concluded that there is a need to complete coastal erosion improvement, shoreline stabilization, seawall and break design works that will protect the coastal area from tidal erosion in the Smith Point area. It's about time we do it.
Stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition is coming right back.